Hey everybody, welcome to this week's version of your weekly guide to Chicago jazz. I'm Mike Jeffers, and we are here to bring you what's happening around the jazz scene coming up this week. Excited this week. This is our 6th episode, and this week is the first time we're actually going to have some guests on the show. Yes, the ladies of lePercolateur, the famous gypsy jazz group from Chicagoland. You've seen them at the Jazz Fest, seen them at the Taste of Chicago, and probably at a venue near you. They just came out with a new CD called Pop Manoche on the Chicago Sessions record label, Pop Manoche, and they are here to talk about their CD release event that's coming up March 30th at Main Stage. They've got quite a show coming up, including stilt walkers, aerialists, probably a fire breather or two, who knows with them. So we're going to talk to them in the next segment, but quickly I wanted to just get started here and kind of give you a rundown of some upcoming happenings that are about to take place here throughout the Chicagoland jazz scene. Again, we've got Phil over here on the lights, and the chef is on the camera. Not a lot I can say about the chef this week. I read the captions he wrote last week. Not a happy guy, but hey, he's still employed, so what am I going to do, right? Right, chef? Yeah. See, he's trying not to laugh, but that's all right. Okay. So let's just talk about what's coming up this week. During the week at the Jazz Showcase, March 20th. March 20th, Wednesday night, is a WDCB night at the Chicago Jazz Showcase, Joe and Wayne Siegel's famous Jazz Showcase. James Sanders with the Kevin O'Connell Trio, they're doing their CD release event for their new CD called Blue Violin, which has been reviewed in this issue of Chicago Jazz Magazine, by the way. So you can pick that up. Just click on the link and you can subscribe for $10. You get the whole issue plus 5 other issues of Chicago Jazz Magazine for $10. But I digress. Okay, so James Sanders and the Kevin O'Connell Trio will be at the Jazz Showcase March 20th, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. This is a great venue, obviously, but this is a great group. We had them at our Jazz Fest booth at our Jazz Oasis in the summer, and they just killed it. Packed place. We had 1,000 people there watching them, and I know from hearing this CD you're going to enjoy the show. So this coming Wednesday, I'm thinking summer already. March 20th at the Jazz Showcase, James Sanders with the Kevin O'Connell Trio. CD release party, WDCB 90.9 FM, our favorite jazz station, is sponsoring that night, so there's no cover charge. You can't beat that. I know my viewers and my readers, but I know my viewers, and they love free stuff. This is the free stuff. Plus, there's $5 parking behind the Jazz Showcase. Okay. Parking alert, again, I know. They love it when I give out the parking tips, so parking alert. Also wanted to mention at Catch 35, Tuesday through Saturday. This is probably one of the only long-running weekly jazz gigs that's like 5 nights, Tuesday through Saturday. At Catch 35, you can always hear the Eric Hochberg Trio. Tuesday through Saturday, 6 to 9, Catch 35, which is 35 West Wacker Drive in Chicago. So Eric Hochberg, world-renowned bass player, performs there with his trio every Tuesday through Saturday. And I was already jumping ahead here. Kimberly Gordon, one of our famous female songstresses, I don't know, I guess that's how you say it. A female vocalist, one of our favorite female vocalists here at Chicago Jazz Magazine. I knew I'd get around to it. I know. Well, part of this show is myself just, screwing things up and then going back and fixing them. So that's what we're doing right now. Kimberly Gordon Duo from 6 to 10. She's going to be at the Pete Miller's in Wheeling every Wednesday night from 6 to 10. Usually her husband, Demos Petropoulos, is on keyboard. Sometimes she has Anthony Monicati on keyboard, but that's only if Demos is somewhere else. So Anthony's Monicati is there once in a while, but usually it's Demos. And that's Kimberly Gordon Duo, Wednesdays at the Pete Miller's in Wheeling. And, of course, Stephanie Browning, another one of our favorite vocalists here at Chicago Jazz. Stephanie Browning performs every Tuesday night at Bar Umbriago, which is at State and Hubbard, 6 West Hubbard, right there on the corner of State and Hubbard, Bar Umbriago. It's a great Italian wine bar. So she's there 7 to 10 with her trio. And on Thursdays, the Spiral Trio, they play jazz and funk jazz, smooth jazz things. Roger Harris, Bill Boris, myself sometimes, depending on who's playing drums. But we're there, or they're there, 8 p.m. every Thursday from 8 to 11 at Bar Umbriago. So there's two great events happening every single week at Bar Umbriago. Moving right along, we've got the weekends coming up. March 22nd and 23rd, Jeannie Tanner, the Jeannie Tanner Sextet is going to be at Andy's. Both nights at 9:30. Andy's 11 East Hubbard. Kitty Corner right there on State and Hubbard. Jeannie's great vocalist, trumpet player, pianist, and she's going to be there with her sextet on the 22nd and 23rd of March. Also, at the Green Mill, the 22nd and 23rd of March, Ken Vandermark's Midwest School. Now, they're going to be at the Green Mill Friday night, starts at 9, Saturday night starts at 8 o'clock. And so that's Ken Vandermark. He's world-renowned avant-garde jazz saxophonist, kind of revolutionizing the way avant-garde jazz is played and performed. I think it's more called improvised jazz now. So Ken Vandermark will be there on Friday and Saturday. Joel Patterson and the Modern Sounds, they are having a record release, a CD release party at Katarina's, another one of our favorite clubs. Katarina's over there on Irving Park Road, 1920 West Irving Park Road. So that's March 22nd. Joel Patterson will be there. I believe he starts at 10 o'clock at night. Check her calendar, katarinas.com, for more information. And also wanted to mention March 23rd, the next night at Katarina's, Spider Saloff is having her spring celebration. And that's at 6:30. So check Katarina's website, katarina.com, for all the information. And also a brand new venue that I've had the privilege of talking to the GM and the assistant GM, and I'm going to have my trio at the Grill on the Alley, which is in the Westin Hotel, 909 North Michigan Avenue, basically Michigan and Delaware. And it's called the Grill on the Alley. It's a great steak place, steak restaurant, and what they want is just straight ahead jazz stuff, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the music of Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, and many other ones. So if you want to stop by, I'd love to say hi to you. I'm going to be there from 8 to 12 with my trio on Friday and Saturday, March 22nd and 23rd. It's easy. You can valet park, or there's parking across the street, or just walk on by. Love to see you. We're going to be right there in the lounge area, March 22nd and 23rd at the Westin Hotel's Grill on the Alley. All right, well, that is going to take up what we are going to talk about for our upcoming weekly gigs. I want to also mention the e-zine, which is out and about. We launched, it's below, too. If you click on the link below, you can look at our e-zine. The contents this week, we've got some notable gigs. The Monterey Jazz Festival Tour, the 55th anniversary, is going to be at Symphony Center March 22nd. We're talking about that. Of course, Ken Vandermark, who I already mentioned, the Midwest School. We're talking about his performances at the Green Mill this upcoming weekend. And Tammy McCann is going to be at the Jazz Showcase with the Music Institute's jazz faculty and big band. So we've got information about all of that, including something brand new. There's going to be, I'm just reading this here, May 14th, the third annual James Moody Benefit Concert for Newark Youth. And we've got an article about that. That's an important cause, and it should be a great concert, and it's something that I think you can contribute to even here in Chicago. You can get some information about that. Of course, we've got new releases, and we have more information about what's going on. But I want to get over to our next segment, and we got to bring the girls in. The girls from lePercolateur are standing out in the hallway. I want to get to them and find out what's happening for their upcoming show at Main Stage. So stick around.
Play
Okay, we're back here at the Chicago Jazz Magazine studios. Phil's over here on the lights. He's freaking out right now because I actually have guests in the studio. Yes, we have Marielle, Stacy, and Candace from lePercolateur. They've got a new CD coming out on Chicago Sessions labels. And I'm going to let them tell you what the name of this CD is and when is it being released. Candace, you want to take that?
This is Pop Manouche, Pop Gypsy, and we're releasing it on March 30th at the main stage up in Rogers Park.
So Pop Manouche, Stacy, how did you come up with the Pop Manouche name?
Well, we kind of do our own thing for gypsy jazz, so we kind of popify it a little bit, and so it was just kind of Sam Random, the songwriter, actually came up with the name. It worked for us. So now we're Pop Manouche.
Pop Manouche, okay.
I didn't know that.
Because you've been in Paris.
Now she just got back from Paris about like 10 minutes ago. I think the plane landed and she came straight over. When was the last time you slept?
2 days ago, I think.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're ready to roll.
So ready. So ready.
Now, you guys put this album together. It's on Chicago Sessions label with our good friend Nick Eipers. And I know we're going to have Nick up here fairly soon to talk about all his new releases that are coming out. But what was it like? I guess first off, I know you've had a successful CD before this that came out. What was the name of that one?
It was Edition Special.
That's right. That's just what I was going to say. So you had the last CD that came out, and now this time you kind of up the ante, right? You're on a record label, an established record label in Chicago at least, and actually throughout the country. It's a jazz record label, but it's known for all original music. So I'm going to assume that everything on here is written by lePercolateur.
Everything is ours.
Now, are there some of the classic lePercolateurs tunes that people might have heard at the Jazz Fest, or the Taste of Chicago, or one of your other shows that maybe have been revamped for this one?
They have. Most of the revamping has been with our new singer.
Candace Washburn, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get out of the shot. Okay, all right, I'm back. I can do that because it's my show, so it doesn't matter.
I can do that too.
Oh, now she's taking over. Chef, don't move the camera. Okay, good. Keep it right on me. That's why he gets paid the big money. All right.
But yeah, so Dancing in the Kitchen, Bad Crazy Day, All I Want Is You. That's pretty much it for the crossover songs.
Okay. And how long did it take to record this? Was it months and months? Was it years? Was it kind of like a Rolling Stones project where it went on for 3-4 years and you guys were locked up in a suite somewhere?
Yeah, we locked ourselves into the studio, and then we had some personnel changes and had to go back into the studio, and I swear I didn't think it would ever be done. But it's done now.
It's done.
It's done now.
So now, what's the plan for lePercolateur here? Now, with the new CD, I know you've been playing around town a lot and doing different things. Aside from your upcoming release show at Main Stage, what can we expect? Are you guys going to set up touring? Is there going to be radio play? Are you guys setting everything up? What's the plan? Does anybody know?
We are working right now on popping elsewhere. We're
not popping music, but popping like actually.
No, just actually popping elsewhere. Popping manouche elsewhere. I'm in contact in France. I was in France over it. He sends me the Russian. It must be.
It's probably him.
He's
probably calling
looking
right
at
now.
us right now, saying, "Hey, you need to not talk about this right now." But I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Talk about it.
Right.
We're in the Chicago Jazz bunker here.
Exactly. It looks like it.
Hey,
I'm not
going to
give him
studio.
anything. But yeah, Stacy sent me the final mixes, and it took me a couple of days to actually listen to them.
Mm-hmm. You have many other things to do, drinking wine and whatnot.
Exactly, and bread and cheese and all that.
Right.
But so when I heard it, I was like, "This is actually a really good album." But I would.
It's not always nice for your violin player to be stunned, shocked.
I was stunned, shocked at the the whole duration of the album is really enjoyable, which is something sometimes you have weakness
right.
stuff. I don't think this is happening with this album. So Erica, it's funny you should say that because when I first downloaded the files and it popped up my iTunes, for some reason, what started playing was the rough mixes, and I was like, oh no, this is embarrassing. This is not good. I can't believe this file. Yeah, but yeah, so the mixes came up, and so being proud of it, I started having people I know listen to it, just for feedback. I'm like,
you were supposed to do that.
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to post it. It was at my place. They came over to listen. Come on. Anyway, one of my friends.
I think we're having a band fight right now. Just
yeah, it's cat fight.
I didn't say that. I said a band fight, folks. This is a family show.
But a friend of mine is a producer, and I'm recording with him on a different project. And he listened to the tracks, and he was like, "Hey, Bad Crazy Day is a single. I hope you know that. Bad Crazy Day is a single. Oh my God, House. Oh my God, Dancing in the Kitchen. Oh my God, Nothing Special."
Right.
And
these are all song names.
All songs.
Right. Yeah.
Which you will all discover when you buy your CD.
All available here.
And so after a couple of days, he calls me back and was like, "How about organizing something European tour with this project, and how about trying to find a distributor on this side of the pond, and et cetera, et cetera." So on my end, I think that's going to be my job to try and promote this album overseas, and as far as here.
Okay, so this just in, they're traveling overseas.
Breaking
touring
news
Europe.
on Chicago Jazz TV.
All right, but before they get to Europe, before they travel overseas, before anything else happens, you have a show March 30th coming up at Main Stage. And Main Stage, I can tell you from experience, I just recorded up there, incredible venue. What's it seat? About 250 people or so.
All right.
And it's not just a show, because Stacy's going to tell us all about what's happening. I thought this was like one of the most interesting things, and this is a great idea, and more groups should do things like that. Now, in addition to you guys performing, obviously, what else is going to be happening?
We have the Tricky Old Puss Magic and Sideshow Extravaganza opening for us. So we're going to have magicians, stilt walkers, jugglers, and aerialists, belly dancers, sword swallowing.
And now that's going to be, instead of another group, that's going to be the group. They're going to be opening up. So it's going to be kind of like a circus thing happening over there.
Yeah, the doors open, I think, to the main arena, the main area at 8, and then there will be hijinks happening all over. And then a show on the stage itself, but a lot of
so you're like roving people and roving stuff like that.
I don't want to boring other opening band.
Right. No offense to all the other opening bands, but I think this is a great idea, because especially with this kind of music, lePercolateur, Pop Manouche. Don't worry, they'll make fun of me in captions later if I'm going to screw up.
Are they captions here?
No, they put them on the thing, and then I don't get to see them, and then they put the thing live, as everybody knows from watching the show.
They're tricky.
They're very tricky. So anyways, okay, so Pop Manouche, and you guys are going on at what time?
We're going on about 9.
About 9, but the whole show starts at 8, so tickets are what? Where they get tickets?
22, you can get them at Main Stage.
Main Stage. And of course, they can find out more about the Perculateur at Chicago Gypsy Jazz, chicagogypsyjazz.com. Pop Manouche, the new album on Chicago Sessions. So March 30th, Main Stage. It's not only lePercolateur, it's what is the name of it?
The Tricky Old Puss Magic and Sideshow Extravaganza.
All that. Take your tickets now.
Plus the 3 of them, and Sam Random, and Kevin Rush, and probably a few other people. So make sure you stop there. Make sure you check them out on chicagogypsyjazz.com, and we'll see you at the Main Stage March 30th at 8 o'clock. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'll tell you, having the girls up here and talking about their new CD from lePercolateur and their show on March 30th, I think it was great. And I'm looking forward to having more guests up here. I know the chef on the camera is, and I know Phil is. I know they're probably pretty happy that managed to get 3 ladies up here with me today for the first guests. So don't get used to it, guys, because that will not happen on a regular basis, trust me. Anyways, I wanted to do one last thing here in the show. Of course, we can't miss out on the mailbag. Yes, some of the hottest information here and some of the most watched segments of this show is, of course, the mailbag. And we've just got a couple today since we're running short on time. So I wanted to get to the first one. Now, these were emails sent in to Chicago Jazz this week. This is from Terry Girl. Hi, Terry Girl. Thanks for watching. She didn't say where she's from, but she asks what the dates of the festivals are. Chicago Blues and the Chicago Jazz Fest. Blues Fest is June 7th through the 9th in Grant Park. And Jazz Fest is August 29th through September 1st. Now that is going to be in Millennium Park this year. It's a brand new way of doing the Jazz Fest. So stay tuned to ChicagoJazz.com for more information on that. Blues Fest, June 7th through the 9th. And of course, if you want to come out and meet me, you're going to hear a lot more about this. But we're going to be doing the official CD sales and merchandise sales at the Chicago Blues Fest this year. So last year we started doing it. We took over for Best Buy. This year we're going to do it, and it's going to be even a bigger space, bigger footprint for us, and we're going to have even more stuff. So I'm sure you'll hear more about it from me, of course, right? They're shaking their heads too. I'm pretty good at that. Apparently, according to one of the captions last week, I was very consistent. So I'm going to stay consistent, always stay on message. And so you can come down and see us June 7th through the 9th at the Blues Fest. And, of course, we'll be at the Jazz Fest August 29th through September 1st in Millennium Park. So hopefully that helps you out, Terry Girl. We look forward to seeing you down there. One more is from Con Paganos. Con Paganos, he doesn't say where he's from, but he is going to be visiting Chicago in late August, early September, and was wondering what was happening on the jazz and blues scene. Well, the jazz scene, obviously the biggest, largest event of the year in Chicago for jazz. One of the largest jazz events in the world is happening August 29th through September 1st in Millennium Park. That's the Chicago Jazz Fest. But also happening around that time, maybe a little bit later in September, is the Hyde Park Jazz Fest, which comes up the last weekend of September. And we'll have a lot more information on that as we get closer. So stay tuned. Con Paganos, appreciate your email, appreciate your contacting us, and keep watching ChicagoJazz.com, and we'll get you more information on all of that. Okay, well that'll do it for this week, and again, thanks to the ladies of lePercolateur for coming in. I've got to go because that's the phone's ringing, which means it could be a gig coming in, could be a who knows what it is, could be their producer calling again, trying to find out if I could take that part about the European tour out of the tape. We just won't know. But we will see you next week, and I hope to see you somewhere out on the scene this week on the Chicago Jazz scene.